Honey, I'm back on my bullshit. Guess it's been about that time.
No, I think Uzi's going to go diamond with what's that song called?
XO Tour Life?
Nah, Buddy Yaddy.
Nah, bro. XO Tour Life would get diamond before that.
Are you serious?
Bro, XO Tour Life is his biggest song, bro. What do you mean?
Nah, that's not his biggest song anymore. I don't
Bro,
think
that's his biggest song ever, bro. That's why he does that song to this day at every Rolling Loud, bro.
I feel like his biggest song right now, or that's going to be his biggest song, is going to be the one he just put out, the Buddy Yaddy song, bro.
Bro, that's not gonna be his biggest song. Maybe because it's a dance song, you think that, but XO Tour Life. Let me tell you how far away it is from XO Tour Life, bro, for you to understand. Damn, it has gone diamond. What? It has gone diamond. It's gone 11 times platinum. No,
Wait,
not the Body Yada Yada, XO Tour Life.
Oh shit! So he's
XO
supposed to
Tour
be on
Life
that
has
list.
gone 11 times platinum, and let me see, Just Wanna Rock.
Buddy Yaddy.
Cause, bro, that song had its moment, but I feel like it's over, bro. That song is still only at platinum, bro. That's to do that 10 more times. Yeah, bro, it's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening, bro.
This is so ass. I do not want to do this.
Damn, I didn't know the XO Tour Life went diamond. That's crazy. That's definitely why he does it at every Rolling Loud. That's like the song that everybody would know.
Yeah. Where? How far is Body Yaddy that song far from it?
I told you it's had a platinum. It's been certified platinum, and XO Tour Life is 11 times platinum. So
God damn, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, what are you talking about? They're not even in the same like league, bro.
Not as good, bro.
Like, bro, what?
I'm
Like,
not even gonna hold you.
but see, the thing is, another thing is like the reason why I Just Wanna Rock had the ability to go platinum is because he's released EXO Tour Life before it. So like he was able to like get as popping as he is, so now he can get a song and go platinum like quick because he's had an EXO Tour Life. You see what I'm saying?
God, yeah. EXO. So, do you think that he can never top EXO Tour Life because of that?
I feel like anything is possible, but it's gonna be very hard. He has to. He would literally, bro. He would literally have to look at all the things that happened with Uzi when EXO Tour Life dropped. To like, people don't understand that whenever you have a big song, is like there's a moment to every big song, bro. Like every big song that becomes like the artist's biggest song, there's things that happen in terms of like momentum. Like this happens, which sets the same reaction to this, and then this happens, and then adds up for you to have that. Damn, this was one of your biggest songs. Like for example, Lil Nas X, like all this shit that happened for Old Town Road to finally become like his biggest song. Like he bought the beat, was pushing it out for like months, and then started getting like, and then it went really started going crazy when they did that like little video, that Call of Duty video, and then they did another video.
Call of Duty video.
They did like a little montage video with it, but then that was like really in the early stages. But then they did like another thing that had added like, I don't know if it was like an animation or whatever the fuck, but there was like another little video before he did the official video, and then he did the remix with Billy Ray Cyrus, and then he did like 50 remixes. So it's like all those things had to happen for him to have that big ass song, bro. It wasn't just, oh, this is a song that we're just gonna make big. Like there's different moments. Like for example, with God's Plan, bro. Before it became a big ass song, like it like was Drake had to become who he became, and then he shot that video and kind of stole X's helping hand challenge. But I mean, he was helping people, so I don't really care. But like he kind of like used that idea of like giving back to the community in the God's Plan video, and then that added to the idea of God's plan. You see what I'm saying? Like if you can
Wait,
add a,
running back.
you said what?
Running back. What happened?
What do you mean?
Like you said, Drake did what to X?
Okay, so X had this thing called the Helping Hand Challenge before he passed away, where he was going out and like just helping people and giving like food and stuff to people to try to like, cause he said he had a moment where he realized like how he was coming up fighting all these people and stuff. Like he didn't want to be like
Hmm.
that no more, so he wanted to like kind of change his ways, and this was kind of the beginning of like him becoming like a better person, right? So he had this thing
Hmm.
called the Helping Hand Challenge where he essentially was going out giving back to his community and shit. And like Drake literally like, let me see when that shit happened. But like Drake, I'm not saying charity. You can't steal the idea of charity. Everybody does charity, but it was like the way that it lined up was like so timely. You know, it was like damn, bro. It was like damn, bro. Like I'm not saying you stole the idea, but like this nigga just did what you're doing. Type shit. So it looked away. He might have not stole the idea, but it looked like, damn, nigga, that nigga just did that, bro. Why are you like low key like stealing his sauce, bro? Um, but yeah, I say all that to say like, and then Drake, like God's Plan went out to be one of Drake's biggest songs because he had that moment, bro. He had that moment with like giving back to the community and that being like a whole like thing. You see what I'm saying? So every big song that becomes one of the artist's big song is bigger than a song, bro. It's about like the moment of the song. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like if you want to have a big song, it can't just be like, oh, let me drop this song and like whatever happens to it right out, cool. It has to be like there has to be a thing that fuels the song being more important than the song type shit. Like for example, with Logic, whenever he did that 1-800 like song that became his biggest song, it was
Isn't that
like
the suicide one?
yeah, that Suicide song.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that song was attached to the message of like mental health and like calling that hotline. So it's bigger than the song. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So every song that has gone diamond, bro, usually has that attribute to it. Like it has a moment.
Mm,
I feel like I can't think of a song that was like big that didn't have like a moment. It might not have had a message, but it had like a bunch of things were happening in that artist's career to like line that up for them. So, anyways,
that's
going back to answer your
crazy.
Uzi question, Uzi would have to have another moment. He would have to have a bunch of things happen to line up for him to have another EXO tour life, and
That's crazy.
that's hard to
So
do.
Future doesn't have a diamond yet, bro.
Future has a diamond. Life is good.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Future got one.
I'm about to say, like, if Future doesn't have a diamond, that's crazy.
But you got to think about the fact that like there's been niggas who are in the game for like longer than Future, longer than Drake, longer than all these niggas that like don't have a diamond, bro. It's hard. It's not easy.
Bro, Jay-Z's never gonna get a diamond.
You said Jay Z's never gonna get a diamond.
Yeah, with the type of music he makes, he's never gonna get a
I
diamond.
think Jay Z got a diamond.
What? What?
Hold on, let me see. I'm pretty sure. Did Jay Z ever go a diamond? Let me see.
Maybe with Beyonce or some shit. Drunken Love, maybe?
Let me see. 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 I'm uh, I'm pretty sure Jay Z is going diamond, bro. Jay Z, you gotta understand, bro. Before Drake, Jay Z was
So
Drake.
far, only
I was gonna say niggas in Paris, but it's only 9 times platinum.
Kanye, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Drake, and Dr. Dre, while having many other accolades in magical are yet to reach their milestone. Reach milestone in their career. Wait, it says Kanye doesn't have a diamond, but he has one for Stronger.
Yeah.
He got that shit in 2021.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying, bro? It's
So it
hard.
lasts forever.
Bro, it's hard to get a diamond record, bro. Like, if you get a diamond record, you're different, bro. Like, you're really him, bro. You're one of the, like, you know, when they say a once in a generation talent,
Hmm.
you're that. Like, Future's a once in a generation talent. Drake is a once in a generation talent. X was a once in a generation talent. Like, you really gotta, like,
Damn.
bro, it's gotta be more than the music, bro. It's gotta be. Like, your shit gotta have a movement with it, bro. You don't just get a
Damn, Tyler,
diamond record, bro. That's 10 million sold, not streamed, sold, bro.
will Tyler the Creator ever get a diamond?
His best chance was Earthquake, and I think that went like 3 times platinum.
Damn, so he needed like seven more.
Yeah, but I say don't quote me, bro, because I'm guessing on that 3 times platinum. It might be more, it might be less. It's actually 4 times platinum.
Mm.
But yeah, bro,
And then
like
Frank Ocean's never gonna get that shit, bro. He's so
I
popular
wouldn't
though.
say never. Frank has a better chance than Tyler.
Frank Ocean. How many times platinum has he went so far?
I don't know. His best chance would have been with "Thinking About You." That's probably like his biggest song.
Frank Ocean platinum. Oh, July Blonde was certified platinum by the recording.
See, I'm not gonna say it's easy to get platinum, but it's doable. Like you can get platinum. That's a million records, bro. You could sell a million records if you know how to finesse the system, bro. You could sell a million records, bro.
That's crazy. A million. That's $10 million.
What do you mean $10 million?
If you sell a record, that's 10 mil.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
But
if you're talking about the traditional like $9.99 that albums are sold for.
hmm
But bro,
but it's a
When Web three comes, bro, it's really gonna fuck up the whole game. Because up until now, bro, these DSPs, like the digital streaming platforms, like the Spotify's, the Apple Musics and stuff, they're the people that
hmm
like count your streams and then they send you like the money for how much your streams is like make, but it's like a pot of like all the artists on Spotify. And then if you make like 0.0045% of the whole pot, then you get 0.05% of the whole pot, which ends up being however much you make on your streams, right?
hmm
I say all that to say Web3 is about to fuck up the game with decentralization because it's gonna be that's what I posted on my story. It's gonna be like direct to consumer, bro. So what I mean by that is like instead of these DSPs being the niggas that like give you money, bro, if you have like 1,000 fans, bro, and they give you the $10 for the album, bro, like imagine that on a bigger scale of like if you have like a superstar like a superstar like crowd, like let's say you have 1 million people that give you $10, bro. Instead of waiting for the DSPs to give you $10 after like however many weeks that they be taking, bro,
hmm
you will get that 10 mil that day. Like
That's
you
crazy.
will make the money that you're supposed to make that day, bro. I was like, nah, Web3 about to fuck up the game, bro. You not gonna need a label at all, bro. You already don't need a label now because of like the internet, but like Web3, bro. Web
So why?
the fuck
So
up there.
don't they already do that? Like on Spotify, they have like give me a donation. Isn't that the same thing?
Yes and no. That's for like a donation of like just let me just help the artist, right? Like that's
hmm
direct to consumer in that way. But like this is for streams and like music consumption, music purchases, right?
hmm
So it's like it's different because there's times where like if you want access to my music, you have to pay me that $10. But you don't have to necessarily pay me $10 every time you come onto my shit in terms of like a fundraiser or like a cash app. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to do that every time you come and stream me on Spotify. You can just like stream me, right? But
hmm
it's gonna get to a point where like you can create that threshold of like if you want to listen to this, just pay that $10 and you'll have access to that. And if 10 million people do that, bro, it's over, bro. Like
Oh, so they want to do it through like an NFT type thing?
I think, but I don't know the full. Like like I'm speaking on when I'm doing something that I like is low key a cardinal sin. I'm speaking on something that I don't fully understand. But like based on what I understand, yes,
Because I think that like that'd be a good idea if you want to sell like a digital album, and then like once we get into like virtual reality for real,
hmm
like having that like oh it's virtual reality. I have this in my like virtual home or whatever you got.
yeah,
I think that would be beneficial. However, right now like having streaming services where I can pay $10 to get into Spotify
yeah.
and I can get all this music
But
from
see,
all these different things.
that's why it's
Or
important. That's why it's important to like bundles, bro. You know how you know how people be putting like their album mixed in with like merch and shit.
mm-hmm,
That's why it's important to do that. But also, if you don't want to go that route, bro, these these are things. These like whenever you sell the album, the digital album or the physical album, whatever, in a digital format,
mm-hmm,
whenever you sell that, bro, you want to sell it to your hardcore fans, and so that's why it's important. That's why they be saying if you have 1,000 hardcore fans and sell it for $10, you can make $10,000. Like that's how come they always preach that because it's like a hardcore fan is somebody who's gonna come to your show, buy your merch, do things that like. invest into your world of like whatever the artist is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like not everybody is a hardcore fan. You're not a hardcore fan if you pay $10 for Spotify a month and you just stream me here and there. That's not who like you're trying to like speak to.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I have 10 million monthly listeners, bruh. Like out of that 10 million monthly listeners, there's probably like 10,000 hardcore fans. So there's a difference between like a casual fan and a hardcore fan. And I say this $10 like I guess model of like selling the record and like having that is aimed toward these hardcore fans. It's not aimed towards like the casual fan who's gonna do like you said, just go on Spotify and streaming. Cause there's people, bro, KSI, bro, he has people who legit like instead of like torrenting his boxing shits, they'll just buy it on pay-per-view, bro. They'll just buy it, bro. That should be like $70, bro.
Just to support him,
Just to
type shit.
support him, bro. And he has
That's
like,
crazy.
you know how many subscribers he got? He got like 10 million on his like second account, 20 million on his first account. So like, do the math on that, bro. It's like once we get Web3 and you can direct to consumer instead of waiting for people to like these companies and stuff to like send you the money, bro. You literally like could become rich off of like your creative expenses. That's why I'm like not gonna ever give up on being creative and stuff because like it's gonna be way easier to handle it as a business, and there's gonna be less fluff in the future, bro. Like that's why I'm investing in the tech and music because it's like in the future, bro. Like these two investments, bro, they're gonna pay the boy so very well. Gonna pay the boy so very, but like it's a long game. That's the thing that people don't like about shit like that. It's a long game. You can't just like I'm not gonna get that money today. I might not get it next year, but like by the time I'm about to retire, bro, like my family's gonna be well off. Like I'm gonna set up my shit for the future generations. It's a long game that you got to play, like kind of like with investing and stuff. That's how come people are bad at that. Like we trying to get their money like next month type shit.
Mm.
Like everything. What I realize about money and making like a lot of money is like it's a long game, bro. It's a long game. But yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited about that shit because I realize at a certain point I'm gonna be able to like I'm gonna be able to like really do it. I have crazy ideas, bro. It's just like one, I don't have the money and resources, and I don't have the infrastructure. Which I mean by that is like the team and the relationships yet to like do what I really want to do. But once I do,
Mm-hmm.
like it's gonna be like larger than life in the sense of like I'm gonna show people that like you can subvert and you can like do it how I did it, and like I'm kind of like a guinea pig because like I'm not going the traditional route of like signing with a label and doing all this shit. Like all the people that like have gone in my generation who are popping now went the traditional route of like doing live shows and like going to labels and getting signed and doing deals that way. I'm gonna like do the YouTube route, but make YouTube my business, gain the infrastructure of my like whatchamacallit, of my community through YouTube. And then once I get to a certain point, I'm gonna start building that infrastructure outside in the real world, bruh. And then once I do that, then when I'll be able to like have that leverage of like, bro, I have 1 million subscribers, bro. I know people who will come to my like 5,000 people will come to my show here. Like, I have leverage. You have to pay me, type shit. If
Mm.
you want to deal with me, you have to pay me, nigga, because I'm the one who got the shit that you want. Because every business that's not yours wants your like they don't necessarily care about like you. They want your audience.
Mm.
So like you have to like if I create my audience and I like have my own audience, bro, it's like my audience will forever like funnel me and like keep me like afloat and I'll be able to like do all the creative things I want to do because like the people in my community are invested in what I'm doing. And then other businesses see that and be like, damn, bro, this nigga really got a movement. Like anytime he drop, bro, like he sells like 60,000 units and that's like pocketing all his shit like independently, that's like he's making this much money. They do the math on that shit. That's how come they be coming to you with these deals and being like, okay, let's say you make 60,000, $10. You sell 60,000 copies. That's $10. You make 600,000. Okay, we'll offer you 500,000. So nigga, I can make 600,000 without y'all. They be trying to low cut a nigga. So these advances,
Mm.
but if a nigga who doesn't know business will hear 500,000, I take that 500,000. Like, no, nigga, you gotta like every business deal is trying to finesse you, bro. That's what I realized, bro. Every business deal is trying to finesse you, bro. Unless you're Drake, like unless you're just at a point where it's like even 10% of your shit is gonna help them type shit. like
Mm.
like unless you're at a point where like they don't have to finesse you, bro. Just getting 5% of your shit is gonna be way bigger to them. Like if you're making $100 million and they take 5% of your shit, bro, that's still bank.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So they give Drake any deal because it's like, bro, just being in business with him, you're up.
That's crazy.
like,
Cause
bro,
you're gonna make money regardless.
type shit, you gonna be good regardless, bro. So it's like, there's no point in trying to finesse him. But like these underground artists who don't have that like establishment and don't have that infrastructure, it's like they'll give you less than what you're worth because they know that like at the end of the day, you're gonna take that deal because you don't have the infrastructure and the things that they can do to like propel your career. And then also too, you don't understand the business, bro.
Mm.
But that's all I do, bro. All I do is like read and study. Like I just watch how all these other independent artists like make their moves, and I'm like, bet I like how you did this. I like how you did that. But this is what I'm gonna do in my shit. Okay, I see how you did that and did that show. How would I like do that? Like I just learn from other people's mistakes, and then I also like read a lot. But I want to make sure before I drop my next project, bro, I'm in my new apartment. Which, let me tell you, I'll tell you about that. But I'm in my new apartment, and then two, I want to make sure that I've like really taken the time to make it a good record. Like gone in the studio, like really recorded, gotten people like I really want to make it like a good record, bro. Cause like before I would one take my songs like Solus, all of the songs on Solus, bro, which is my most popular project to this day. I like I don't think there's a song on there that I did more than 5 takes.
God damn, bro.
Type shit. So I'm like, I really want to tap in. Like I want to Frank Ocean my shit, bro. Frank Ocean makes his album in 1 month and spends the next 9 months perfecting it.
God damn.
Yeah, so like, that's what I want to do, bro. I want to like record everything and then spend the next like year just perfecting it and like making sure that by the time I drop it, it's like I really want niggas to understand like it's not close, bro. It's not close at all. Like whatever you thought we were, it's not close. So I say that to say, going back to the apartment shit, bro. Like I know exactly what I'm about to move into. I'm moving in June 9th, which is a Friday, so I can actually make the move because I'm gonna be off. But I'm moving in June 9th. It's gonna be like 28% of my check, which is like cool because it's I was wanting to buy something that was going to be like 20%, but I went to all the places I wrote down and I checked out the neighborhood, just the community, to be like, could I live in this community, nigga? Because like some of them shits was like downtown, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna get shot up. This shit might be $800, but I'm gonna get shot up in this motherfucker. So I crossed those off my list. So sometimes you got to pay more to just like I'm paying more for safety, but like I'm gonna reap the benefits of that because like I'm not gonna have none of my shit robbed. Like I'm not gonna get any of my shit.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
Okay.
like sometimes you
Yeah.
pay for the safety and security of like, okay, I'm paying $200 extra, but I'm gonna be straight. Like I don't have to worry about bullshit that other people got to worry about.
Mm.
So I'm moving into this place, bro. I'm not gonna say the place because like I don't want niggas to run up on me. Um,
I'll run it on you.
Tight shit. But I'm moving to this place, bro. I'm gonna do the tour this week. I'm so gassed, bro. I'm so fucking gassed, bro. Like I seen the little like floor plan and I was like, oh yeah, bro. We gonna be up, dang. We gonna be up. And I'm gonna have a little patio area, dang. Dang. I'm gassed. I'm very gassed. But
How many
yeah.
rooms?
I mean, bro, just one, bro. I don't need like I don't need like more than that, bro. And if I got more than that, it would cost. It'll be like it'll go from 28% of my check to like 52.
God damn.
So I don't need 2 bedrooms. Fuck that. But yeah, bro, and I'm also thinking about the fact that this isn't my final destination. This is just like for now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not necessarily worried about like it being like the best place. It's just gonna work for me to be able to like go from that point to where I want to be. Um,
Mm.
and also just teach me like how to be self sufficient. That's really why I want to move out. Outside of the fact that like I need to like record and shit, and sometimes I'll be like bothering my folks. Um, but like that's really why I want to move out. It's gonna teach me how to like pay my bills on time, every bill, like the rent, the everything that has comes with an apartment. Which my
Mm.
place is really like a townhome instead of an apartment. Um, but like yeah, it's gonna be like it's gonna teach me how to adult for real, and that's really why I want to move out is because once I can like grasp that and get that under control, then like everything out else outside of the apartment and just how I conduct myself in business is gonna come naturally through how I like work and stuff. So like I'm gonna really spend the next year just adulting and like getting that experience. And then once the album is done, bruh, it's out of here.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's out of
I'm
here.
proud of you, though.
Bro, once I dropped the album, it's out of here. I showed like these old heads that I was in the studio with, like a couple of the songs, like they like real hip hop niggas. And like they're like between 32 to like 40. I showed them like the tape, bro. And there's this one song on there called Sin City, bro. That I'm like, what's that bitch drop, nigga? What's that bitch drop, nigga? It's over. I'm so gassed, bro. Like, I really spazzed on that shit, and I knew I spazzed on it when I made it, because, like, I had that good feeling
Mm.
of, like, damn, I'm really excited to drop this. But, like, their reactions to, like, me just, like, it's just 2 minutes of me just straight rapping, bro. And they're like, no hook, no nothing. And, like, their reactions of me, just everything I was saying, it was like this. Oh, shit, nigga. Okay, nigga. I was in that bitch like, yeah, I'm really him. I'm really him. Oh,
Give me a bar. Give me a bar. Give me one bar. Just one bar.
one of my favorite bars. It's not like a crazy insane bar, but one of my favorite bars on there is like, I said, "You niggas be some. There's so many fake bitches. I feel like I see one-on-one Dalmatians." I was in that bitch like, I was so gassed, nigga. But yeah, bro, I'm excited to drop that shit because outside of the fact that it's gonna like really like rub my ego, like people are gonna like show love and stuff. Outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
is like I just want people to know that like whenever I drop that project, is like this is what I like can do when I give a fuck, bro. And I
Mm.
feel like Solace, I kind of gave a fuck, but like I want this one to be like when I give a fuck, bro. When I'm really tapped in, like I can see these niggas because every time I say some shit, like the one of the things that Kanye gave me in terms of just like self belief is like he was always like, if you're a fan of Kanye, you're a fan of yourself, and he would say stuff like self belief is what got him to where he is. Like he had a good support system, like with his mom we saw in the documentary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like self belief, Kanye literally compared himself to Walt Disney, and people would look at him crazy. But like then he went on to have one of the biggest fashion brands and like $1 billion like entity. So I'm like, bro, like people will always not believe in you. And like I say that to say like whenever I drop this project, I want people to understand whenever I say shit like I feel like I'm on par with the J. Cole's, the Kendricks, and these niggas who like y'all look at crazy. It's like I'm not just talking on my ass, bro. I studied these niggas, bro. Like I studied these niggas, bro. Like I'm really trying to be the next one of those. So like granted, there's still probably gonna be people who like doubt me and look at me crazy, but it's like you're gonna have that moment. People are gonna have that moment of realization of like, oh shit, I see it. Like I see what he was talking about, and like that's what I'm anticipating. That's it.
That's beautiful, though.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Thank you, bro.
It's like, and it takes a long time. Like, and that's how I feel about like when I go to teach and things of that nature, and people be like, I just be like, damn, I'm just happy to be here. I've been working so hard for this shit
On me.
just to have a good paying job so I can do what I want to do and be the person I want to be and like just be my own person. Because I feel like the main reason I work,
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about this a lot recently, is that I work so hard so I can be myself, so
Yeah.
I can afford to be myself and like afford to do the things that Kid JoJo would do. Cause I, cause
That
it's
hit.
like damn, like,
That hit.
and that's starting to influence a lot of my decisions of like, what do I want to do, and then also the girl that I want too.
Yeah.
That's another thing I've been thinking about. I was like, damn, like, what? It doesn't matter, like, okay, this girl's bad or anything like that. It's like, damn, like, is this person a ride for me? One, two, is she on bullshit? Three, does she allow me to be Kid JoJo, bro? Like,
Mm,
does she allow me to be myself? Does she allow me to do the things that I would want to do
yeah.
if I was free?
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I do. I do. Like, I really do.
So, so I just like, I'm just like, all right, let me just go hard right now. And then going back to what you're saying about setting people up for the future. That's my main goal. But now I'm thinking about, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do now? Like, fuck them kids in the future. Fuck my kids. Fuck them kids. Like, what do I want to do now? Like,
Yeah.
cause like I don't have these kids yet, but I'm planning for them. I'm still like taking that necessary time.
Yeah.
However, let me think about what I want to do now.
Yeah.
Like, for example, this summer, I was thinking about moving to Europe for a month or something like that,
Yeah.
or just moving somewhere for a month or two and just staying there.
Gain a different perspective.
Yeah, gain a different perspective and come back.
Yeah.
Because I have the money for it, and all these people are taking all these trips and boom, boom, boom,
Fly
and
me
I don't even.
out.
Oh God, and I have more money than these people that are doing these trips and things of that
Hey,
nature.
talk your shit.
So I'm just like, damn, like,
Hey, you could take a good ass trip to Thailand, bro. Them shits is cheap as hell, bro. Compared to like anywhere else, I heard like their like hotels be like $20, bro, for like a luxury hotel. That's an exaggeration, but it'd be mad cheap, bro, for like a luxury hotel, bro.
no, I want to go somewhere where I understand most people first. I don't want to go to no crazy
No
shit.
crazy shit like where you just like
No
fuck
crazy
with.
shit first. I'll go to crazy shit with my friends, but like, I want to go somewhere that like I can speak the language and I don't have to learn shit. I
Yeah,
don't have to learn that shit, and I can just like be a fly on the wall and like
yeah.
try to like and be him, you know?
I definitely want to. I agree, but like I definitely want to do that at a certain point, bro. It's just like go a place where I know nothing about, because it's like it definitely humbles you immediately, bro. Like whenever I first moved here, and like everybody spoke English, and the only thing I spoke was Swahili and Luo, bro. Like I instantly was like, damn, y'all have a whole like this is a whole nother world, nigga. Like this is like a whole nother like what I thought the world was, this is also a part of the world, but this is like a whole nother way of like existing. And like I want to do that again. I want to have that mind fuck moment again of like, yo, if I go to Japan or some shit, or if I go to like fucking India or some shit, and I'm just like, damn, this is how y'all niggas live. This is how y'all niggas speak. This is how y'all communicate. Because once you understand the culture and you understand like the basic understanding of the culture, there's like lower things beneath it, like innuendos and things where it's like, damn, so that's how come y'all believe this, or that's how come like y'all like make these kind of jokes. That's how come y'all find this funny. That's how come y'all listen to this kind of music. It's like it really opens your eyes, and it's like that really makes sense. Like based on the context of like this is y'all world and this is how y'all do shit. We be looking at y'all in America like y'all crazy, but like based on living here every day and doing this shit, I understand why y'all do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Japan one day. But I want to go somewhere like travel outside the country by myself,
Yeah,
but to a place where I'm like, all right, I can function and get around
yeah.
and like not have no bullshit happen.
Hey, in the future,
So right now,
we finna have translators in the future of like there was like this thing. I was watching this movie of somebody like in the future, and he like went to another like country and stuff, but we were so highly like technologically advanced that like everything he heard was translated to his language. So he
It's so
immediately,
hard.
yeah, like he immediately understood it just based on the level of technology that they had. That's why I feel like technology, like I want to really invest in it, bro, because it's really magic, bro. That's the real like. If niggas in the future, in the past, if they came here and they saw that we could communicate to anybody like in the world and listen to any song ever, they would be like, our cell phone is magic, but it's just technology. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how come I really want to invest in technology because it's really like the magic that we have type shit. But yeah, bro, like that language shit, bro, you might be able to in the future just be able to like go somewhere and like not need no previous learning or nothing. You could just go somewhere, put something in your ear, and now everything that you hearing is like translated to how you want to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You should go to Djibouti.
Djibouti.
Djibouti. It's in Kenya.
Where's
Well,
Djibouti?
it's not in Kenya, is it? It's in Africa for sure, but
In Africa.
I don't know if it's in Kenya. Djibouti.
I'm scared of Kenya
Why you scared of Kenya, bro?
because you're from there.
What? What does that
I'm gonna,
mean?
I'm gonna meet a bunch of niggas like Nick.
Bro, trust me. Trust me, I am not like I'm not the typical Kenyan, bro. I'm not a typical
You're not.
American either, but like I'm not the typical Kenyan, bro. Like they're way more religious, way more like not taking shit. Like I let a lot of shit slide because like I've been indoctrinated into like American society where it's like niggas be like mad passive, but like
Mm-hmm.
niggas in Kenya do not take your shit, bro. If you like offend them, is they jacking.
So if I be like, I'll be like, "Hey, daddy," they're gonna be like, "No, no, no, no."
I fucking hate your accent, bro, because you kind of sound like somebody. But nah, bro. It's just don't. I don't know. I don't even know what rules to give you, bro. Because you gotta understand. I'm also like, I've been here my whole life, and the only time I went back was 2019. So it's like my brother would be the better person to talk about because he's more like in the culture for real. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
talking to people from there regularly, like my cousins and shit. But like
Mm-hmm.
I would say, one, just like don't be extra, bro. Because you know what I mean when I say that, bro. You know how you
I'm be like, I'll be like, "Hey, puppy, can I get that? Can I
say
get a
shit.
straw?"
Like they might, but the thing is, they might not even understand that you're trying to be a head ass. Because like you got to
Mm-hmm.
think about the different cultural differences and like the culture thing that I was talking about, how you understand the deeper ending windows. They might not even understand what you're trying to do. They might just think you're being like you're just being weird.
Trying to come at them type shit.
Yeah. So like, bro, it's just I don't see that going well if you do that. I just don't, bro. Like
What do you?
not even you getting jumped or fought, but it's just like you're just gonna be like, you know how you get ostracized in American culture where people just don't hang out with you and they don't fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be like that, but in like in the African way where it's like he's just weird, bro. He's on his American shit.
Why do you come to me like that? Why are you gay?
No, bro, but there's really people like that. That's like a meme. That's a meme online, bro. But there's really people like that, and like in real life Kenya who don't understand it, bro. And
Oh God.
they're not asking you to be like a dick. They're asking you because they legit don't understand why, and they're trying to understand why.
Why are you gay?
Tell you shit.
If if he had the balls to ask that shit on news, I definitely understand that. Like a lot of people in Kenya or wherever he's from is like, "Hey, bruh, I don't know about this shit,
On me.
bruh." I was talking to one of my So I have a TA and my student asked me. He was like, "Hey, Mr. G," and I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "How many genders are there?" And I was like, and I knew he was being a head ass. I was like, "Shit, it just depends on what you believe, bro." And he's like, "What do you believe?" And I'm like, "Shit, I don't know. It just depends." And then my TA came over. I left, and my TA came over, and she was like, "There's infinite genders," and he was like, "Infinite genders? There's only two genders. What do you mean infinite genders?" and he's intentionally being the head ass. But she wasn't picking it up on it. So she was like,
Trying to
there's
explain.
infinite genders. Hmm?
She was trying to explain this shit and be serious.
Exactly. But you can tell he watches a lot of YouTube debates on this
Yeah.
because everything he said, he was like, nah. So like she was like, well, there's infinite genders because like people have different ways of expressing themselves. He's like, well, if you died and we bury you and archaeologists pick you up and like 1,000 years later, they're gonna be like, this is a bitch, not a man.
This
And
keep this keep no argument.
oh God, she was like, that's not, yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that there's multiple genders. Because it has to do with your feelings. And he was like, feelings? The fuck we have to do feelings for? This we have to do science.
And also,
And
he has to think about, not to get into that shit, but
mm,
like you have to think about the fact that like we've already set the like idea of like there's multiple genders in our time. So people saying, oh, in the future, people are just gonna pick you up and say it's a woman. It's like no, since we've already set the fact that idea of multiple genders, that's only gonna continue in the future, bro. So people in the future are gonna be cognizant and aware of the fact that like that's how we used to look at shit in the
mm-hmm,
future. You see what I'm saying? So it's like whenever people
mm-hmm,
make arguments like that, I'm like, bruh, the future is gonna be informed of what we're doing now. So they're gonna be like aware that like this person was granted, it might be like, on a like another different scale, but it's like, bruh, I don't know. I feel like arguments like that are like anyways, back to what you're saying.
oh God. And then started getting flustered and I was like, and she was like, I'm demisexual. And he was like, demisexual, like, what does that mean? And I already knew what it meant, so I started cracking up a little bit. I just started laughing a little bit because I already knew what he was about to say. He's she said, demisexual means you have to like someone before you get in an intimate relationship with someone. You have to be emotionally connected. And he was like, isn't everyone demisexual then? And then she got more frustrated.
That kind of
And
shit
he,
does piss me off though when people just do shit like that where it's like there's like a caveat to like your sexuality of like, oh yeah, I'm computer sexual, and computer sexual is the type of person who like I have to meet you online to be able to like like bruh. Now we're just like, come on.
you're doing too much,
Yeah, like you're
bro.
doing
Like,
too much, bro.
come
You're
on.
straight, right? Like,
So he's like, bruh, like I got a girlfriend and I had to be emotionally connected to her to like being with her. Like everyone does that, bruh. Like you're not different. And she
bro,
and
we have an obsession with being different, bro. I don't know what it is.
me and my TA was like, I gotta leave. And he was like, where are you going? And she's like, you gotta do some research. Do some research before you have a conversation because you sound mighty ignorant right now.
Oh my
And
god.
he's like, so where should I go? Like, you got some books for me?
Bro, what she
And
say?
she's like, I don't know. Look it up on Google. And I was like, yeah, she lost.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
lost.
yeah,
She
yeah.
lost, bruh.
Damn, bro. Because
She took the L.
the thing is, bro, you could have a real debate about that, and she could like really educate, and like whatever point she's trying to make, she could really educate, bring out the like things to like back up her claim and stuff. But it's like if you're not backing up your claim, and if you're just saying to look it up on Google, you look crazy, bro. You look. That's like because I could justify any argument with just like, oh yes, I say my argument and then be like, bro, shut up, bro. It's on Google. Like I just look
You,
like any of your arguments that you have, somebody is probably like said something about it on Google, bro. Google is just a
oh God.
collection of like the Google is just a collection of society's thoughts, bro. So it's like
Mhm.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, she definitely lost that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, she lost. And she left and like she was visibly upset. And I was like, damn, I felt kind of bad.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, bruh. And I was like, are you gonna apologize to her? He was like, apologize for what? And
What?
I was like, it's cool.
That's how I be feeling. I can apologize for like if I'm just like factually incorrect, I can apologize for that because
Mhm.
that's like spreading misinformation, and that's like a bad thing for real. But
Mhm.
like me getting upset about you, making you mad when, granted, sometimes I understand like if it's somebody I care about, then like I'm gonna apologize, even if I'm right, because it's like I care
Mhm.
about you and I don't want this argument to like fester into like our actual relationship. But like
Mhm.
when it comes to like me just having an argument with someone and they're getting emotional and I know I'm right, I'm not gonna apologize, bro. Like,
Yeah.
get out your feelings, bro. Like, as an adult, bro, get out your feelings, bro.
I mean, and
Like,
she's an adult, and she was talking to a kid,
type shit, like, bro.
so it's like, I, that shit was hilarious, bruh. Like, and I was trying to be a mediator. I was like, well, y'all are both right because
Yeah,
one, he's thinking scientifically, so like male, female, like yes, I understand that, but she's thinking feelings, like she's just going based off feelings, like that's it, and that's okay for her to do that.
yeah.
And he's like, do you really believe there's multiple genders? And I was like, uh.
No, not in that.
uh, I don't even know, man. I just keep it moving, bruh.
Yeah,
And he's like, and he understood what I meant by that.
yeah,
He understood. I was like, it's not. It doesn't even matter. Like to
yeah.
me,
It
because it
don't.
doesn't matter at all. Like,
Yeah,
if you want to identify as demisexual, whatever you want, bruh, I don't care.
yeah.
Like,
Facts.
if you want to take the dick, you want to take the dick. If you're not, you're not, bruh.
At the end of the day, type shit. But no, that's real shit though. Like, I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of times we be getting, and especially in the modern like times, like bro, we get into these debates that are like facts versus feelings, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
at like I understand considering the feelings, bro, but at a certain point, bro, it's like what are we doing, bro? Like I'm having this argument. Am I having this argument to necessarily educate and make you like understand something, or am I having this argument to make you feel better about your position? Because
Mm-hmm.
I like there's been a lot of arguments that I've been in. Well, I can't even say a lot, but there's been some arguments that I've been in where I'm just like, bruh, like I'm right, but you're still gonna argue this because like you don't want to look wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's kind of how I feel about some arguments where it's like I'm not even gonna necessarily give you the energy to argue about it because at the end of the day, we're gonna argue about this and you're gonna feel how you feel and I'm gonna feel how I feel. Like I'm not really gonna change your position. I know an argument is worth having if somebody's open to changing their position or like open to hearing me out to consider changing their position.
To be real with you, the more I live, the more I realize is that like people, a lot of people have a perceived notion of things
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't really affect anything.
Facts.
Like, I don't know, like I realize that most of my opinions, like they're not very far fetched, bro. Like it's just basic ass shit. So I'm just like, all right, for sure. Like, and I have conversations with people, and I believe, and I already know what they believe, or I already know what I believe,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I'm just having a conversation, just to have a conversation to be at the end of the day, cause like, cause for real, like most of the things we talk about in a daily basis, we don't even gotta talk about. We can just be silent.
Yeah.
But I just participate because it's like, all right, bruh, it's something to participate in.
Something to do type shit.
However, like I guess that's a part of the fact that I don't chill with anyone that really has like an alternate belief, and even those people that do have alternate beliefs, they still care about the same shit.
Yeah.
Like they all care about their family, how to make money, all that shit.
Yeah.
So therefore, like when I think about like people being like, well, the government's trying to make us all broke, or the government's trying to make us all do this, and I'm like, bruh, the government is a like keep in mind that the people in the government has a family just like y'all have a family. So therefore, they're not going to try to do some bullshit that's going to fuck up their family. They're going to do what's best for their family, like they're going to do what's best for, like you would do the best for your family.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, they're going to be doing shady shit because humans are just shady ass people.
Yeah,
But like at the end of the day, like they're going to do what's best for their family. And if their family's in America, ain't no way they're going to let America fall, bro.
type shit. Yeah, it's a lot of people like struggle with putting their self in somebody else's shoes is what I've realized too. Like with just like understanding, because my job requires like a lot of empathy, bro. You have to like
Hmm.
understand like these kids come from broken homes and like just understand that on a basic level of like, okay, so they might be acting out based on this past trauma that they have. So I say that to say like a lot of people just lack that empathy like aspect to them. So it's like I'm I'm getting to a point, bro. And going back to what I was saying about like somebody considering your point is like you low key like just made me realize, bro, you can't really convince anybody of shit. You can't really
Hmm.
change nobody's opinion, bro. You can offer your opinion, but like you can't really change nobody's opinion, bro. Like just based on their experiences and what they've seen, you could give them like the whole TED talk on like why you're right, and you could point to every single reason of why you're right, but that's not the point. Like that's not because like a lot of times I understand that it's like you disproving someone isn't really about the argument at hand. Sometimes it's about them feeling like if they change their way of thinking based on what you presented them, then everything that they believed in the past was a lie.